defensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns.
I'm about to show you how to like dominate a CPU with like real like with the same plays you probably using already.
We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball.
Just tell me whenever you start watching it.
Their scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think
you gotta like if you're like even if you're running, you gotta pinch your line sometimes, shift them, slide them to like the best blocking position. So if you notice, No, I'm watching my defense right now. That's why you'll see me just like shoot through like some of the huddles and all that stuff. But I watch my defense to see what I need to change.
I would like to see them open things up because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
All right, you're about to see me go on offense.
Juke move there on a nice gain. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check
down situation. Ooh, they should have blocked that.
Hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but
they almost blocked that fucking punt. You see how slow he fucking snapped the ball to the kick to their punter? Watch that shit. He bobbled it because it's raining. All right, now I'm gonna run inside zone. You see this? Now watch this. Well, you ain't gonna see it. You'll see it in behind. You'll see it after I run it. I'm looking at number 70. I'm going to take number 70 and make him block the dude that's a little bit to the left of him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice spin into some open field. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards.
Slide left on that one. You got to like, sometimes you got to like really look at where your blockers are positioned. Whereas now, I'm going to pinch him since there's a whole bunch of people in there. On this next play, I'm going to pinch him. You'll see it. I'll pinch him, and more than likely, it might be a little bit tighter in there. But still, I got 3 yards off of it. Maybe been 2, 3 yards off of it.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And you can run this play nonstop all game long if you want to run zone. Inside zone, inside zone, inside zone. If you're just looking for like some yards. Now I got them on max protection on this play because they're bunched inside. You see how those, you'll see it when it comes back out. The 2 linebackers are kind of like once in the Kansas City arrow. Max protection now, so that number 70 should chip off and get to that middle linebacker. Number 72 is going to take who's head up, and number 65 is going to take the other linebacker.
They'll run it out of the gun.
But they ain't hold their block long enough.
Absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Now I'll show you a wildcat real quick just so I can get a first down for sure.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the stuffed that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Look at the spin.
Balance.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
That's how the wildcat works. And keeps on moving. Don't change your direction once you do that. But anytime you're doing wildcat and they're stacking, just pinch your lineman. It doesn't work as often against users that same way. It doesn't matter. Pinch your lineman. Should still pick everybody up. Not in the user, it won't pick them up. But against the computer, it'll pick them up because they always stay in the same spot. So every once in a while, your dude might miss that block. But maybe only once out of every 3 possessions, he's going to miss that block.
Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes
and with the computer, like you see, I don't play no defense.
Yeah, so far just a single catch
and our defense is probably rated right around the same. And as you can see, they're stuffing the fucking computer. Stuffing the computer. When you get on, try and score fast, if possible, with plays that you know are going to work. If you leave it up to chance, they're going to let the computer, like, get picks and all of that extra weird shit that they're not supposed to get.
At halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL.
That's it. I watch them play on defense. Then when the ball flips, and the it just always shows the last person who had the ball. So it'll show everybody as scores. Regardless of like whoever had the ball last when you're on offense, the broadcast mode will always show you who had the ball last.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now a second
somebody else jumped on.
By the defense. So that means they're down to one remaining.
Danny Lange has got a killer lock shit and fuck that running back up.
All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense.
Yeah, they punt the ball extremely way too far on this game. No one punts the ball 60, 70 yards every time.
Signal caller getting ready to leave. And he's been good, too.
Fuck. Picked the wrong play. Shit.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Watch him now, Barney!
On first down, Ray. And going deep for Hill.
Oh, he ain't throw that bitch far enough. That's deep.
Desmond King picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Man, is fucking Pat Mahomes not throwing this far no more? What the fuck?
So right now comes the offense back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to
Aaron Rodgers overall better
a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more
that's
complex
why.
in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Here's Watson. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Like, they make Patrick Mahomes play like shit now, but fucking, not Watson, but Lamar Jackson throws crisp. Yeah, it's like it's his team, even though he's a lower overall, but they keep saying he's the starter. At the beginning of the season, they put him as the starter and put Patrick Mahomes as second, even though he's the 99. Just like when I had Jake Fromm on, they got mad when I traded him away and said he was the franchise quarterback. What the fuck, Blake? How?
So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume.
And Danny Lange gets pushed. Like, he's always at rush end.
Watson on first down. And right side, Henry's got it. Now another timeout called for.
Yeah, there, tackle.
As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Let me see. I'm gonna put Jumbo D real quick. Let me see how this D looks against them.
To the air yet again, Watson.
He says bitch ass fall on his route. He's mad. That's the only thing that's cool about the rain. It ain't just my receivers that fall. It would. I would be mad if it happens to me.
Time to change things. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Again, it's Watson. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he takes this just a
The Bears the shit. That's what I run on Mutt Squad.
17 yards on the
If you there's like 2 defenses on here that they have that's so glitchy. The Sam Mike one.
Strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now Watson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. And he'll go down here right around the
Jude, is that you watching or is that somebody else that jumped
The
on?
reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage
Yeah,
wasn't
somebody
too
else
bad
is watching
there.
too.
Yeah, they
Good.
had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Green the line! Green the line!
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And
Pitch.
quick throw here, that's complete. And before this 4th and
I'm gonna block that
we're
field
going
goal.
to get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This will be a 34-yard attempt.
Who's that?
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that
What's his
drive
name?
ends in 3. So the 3 points here
Oh,
are still
alright.
down, but they put
Oh, he's a
somewhat
rookie?
intent into that lead going into the break.
Oh,
Anything
dope.
helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they
Sometimes it helps to put them stars right in the fucking game.
Second half.
And he spins through. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Chucky Lynch went from starting receiver on my team to just a returner right now. I can't believe that dude told me about Clark Jr. and he didn't go get him. I'm like, dude, watch this play. This is a glitch play that I learned against the computer. They don't. Oh, they a man now. I'm gonna fuck them up still.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
A final shot before break. Ray flushed out right. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35.
I just, yeah.
So we reach halftime here in our first. All right, we will save the week 1.
Oh, how I ran up through there?
Get right back to the action here in the 3rd.
See, I don't.
We'll see if week 1
Yeah, see, I don't
fatigue
roll
becomes
around
any
like
kind of
everybody else. You know, everybody else does that, like,
underway in the
go
second
outside.
half.
I'm just, I don't like that. Like, for one, I don't pick those type of quarterbacks.
And
Yeah.
across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, I
Comes
can.
the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead.
Yeah.
Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that
Correct.
the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some changes.
Come on, Rain, don't do that to me.
When we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might
supposed
be
to be a
made
touchdown.
defensively. Meanwhile, they take a shot to
But yeah, you get your running in the first half and get up on the computer, then you can do whatever you want.
That's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think.
Like, most of my rushing yards, being honest, if I get 200, 300 rushing yards, it's because I did it all in the first half.
Got a couple more downs to play with.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell.
How they gonna call holding on this play?
Caught one-handed. Oh my, he pulled it in. And he does take it in for the touchdown.
I'm not. Thanks, though, Pip.
But a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Offense.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Brutal, so take away the
Still second down.
touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes,
Watch it now,
partner.
Barney!
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
That's so deep.
Here we go now! 319!
Now Chucky Lynch gonna get the touchdown instead of fucking Mitchell.
Back to throw. Ray trying to lay one up deep. Oh,
Ah,
this
they
is
tackled his
taken
ass.
complete.
97.
All the way down to the 36-yard
And you see that
line.
they still let him stay with him though. That's what I don't get. None of them corners are nowhere near 97 speed, and they still running with my
Be
dude.
a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 1st and 10, Ray. And
How?
hit as he releases it.
See, that's a play I don't usually ever do, and they almost fucked me up on that.
Time with Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
I don't.
To the air on 2nd down. Ray. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Butker on for the PAT. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. They've got this big lead, they said. For
Hell yes, because you got all them good quarterbacks, though.
Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line.
Nah, it's not because of...
I do know
I'm telling you, take them quarterbacks that you got and put them, take them 2 good quarterbacks for the next computer game and just make them inactive and just start your bullshit quarterback and get 2 free agent quarterbacks and watch how it works. Make 2 of them quarterbacks inactive just for a game and watch how much better they play when they're the starter and the only one that they can depend on. Watch how fucking good you do play. That's why Shermer was so good the first season, because you got rid of Watson. You didn't keep Watson and try and make him play good.
I think we can go inside the locker room, right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go down the field and score. Seems simple, right? The last part,
I wish you ain't give him that dude.
But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cunningham coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 2nd down, here's Watson.
That's a fucking pick.
It's Henry. Evades the tackler and now some space.
Yo,
and he's brought
that's so
down
gay.
after a very nice gain. A good pick up there at 22.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Here I did.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really They've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back.
Yo.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target.
Look at this play. Look how they just made me fucking not get the interception or the sack.
And now it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Ouch. That's fucked up.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
And an alley to run. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he is
See, that's about the only time that they stop it.
the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
But they'll bring a safety down on this one, and I'll just burn right around it.
On third down, it's Thomas.
Oh!
Good penetration.
Who the
here.
fuck
He'll
was
get this
that?
down only to about the 49-yard line.
What
Just
the
a 1-yard
fuck did I
pickup
get
there,
bonged?
and it'll be fourth down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Look how they playing Tyreek. If they stick with Tyreek, this game's gay as fuck.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be incomplete.
They make him overthrow it. Yeah, right. Jackson can't even overthrow Tyreek in real life or no life.
This defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
In no level of football is Jackson outthrowing Tyreek.
Very short. Why throw so deep?
Sometimes the defense actually forces you into these things. Sometimes what happens is you might end up in a man coverage where they press up tight. Could be a zone coverage where they're crowding the line of scrimmage, and receivers have to convert their routes to try and beat that coverage, and you end up throwing it deeper than you want to. Preferably, you want a 3-yard pass in this situation. Get the first down and keep the sticks going.
Welcome back to Toronto. A lot of happy faces in the crowd.
I got the same. I got one of them giants. I got another giant that I found because dude told me about him. I just ain't used him yet. Me.
To throw is Watson. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. First catch of the new season
They're
for
cheating
him,
me
and
right
he
now.
picks up the first. Decent start to the drive.
You ain't
Let's
lying,
face it,
yo.
They need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time? Hopefully with a chance to win.
Offense.
Yeah, maybe they
Because-
were over the blitz that time and
because-
caused a jump.
I think
Not
if they
everybody
saw
wants to
it,
trade.
You know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. Someone jumped.
Watson now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll
Yo.
run down inside the 20.
Yo, look at this play, Blake.
It'll be a pickup of 4, bring up 2nd down.
They won't let me get
As
to
a
it.
quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson and fights through one. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Chris Jones. Continuing to fight downfield, the big tackle gets him for a loss of 11.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and he will take it in for the touchdown.
He gave him Kyrie and a couple other players.
30 yards. And his guys are able to cut into
They had Wiggins, but they also had Whichcallum too, that they thought was going to be good. What was the first dude that they picked up that was supposed to be really good? Anthony Bennett, yeah. And he was actually supposed to be good if LeBron would have did it like he did a Tristan Thompson and Kevin Love. They don't needed the one. People was expecting him to be a star like LeBron, but he was one of them dudes that gonna take a while. Ready? Like, before in the NBA, them players wasn't ready until they was 25. 20 in the league 4 years, and you ain't did nothing. Like, bitch, I was supposed to be on the bench for them 4 years, learning from good players. But since teams tank nowadays versus teams used to, like, play hard before, so they had really good, like, units when they would get that first round pick. Now they tank, and they get rid of their good players so they're not competitive. And they lead their players across seas, all that shit that the Sixers was doing, which is why the Sixers were bad for like fucking 7 or 8 years, and now they're good for the last 2 years, even though they've been tanking for like 10 since Iverson. Well, since Iguodala left. Yeah, when Iguodala left, they started tanking. Yeah, and they tanked for fucking 5 years.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw
he's not the only player. There's a bunch of players that live up to the hype. That's why they all like still be stars in the league. But LeBron is one of the ones that like.
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that.
But with that being said, they expected Jordan to be good too just when he came in the league. He was already talked about. He's going to be better than Dr. J, and Dr. J used to feel disrespected. Then out of nowhere, the nigga's way better than Dr. J, and no one even talks about Dr. J as even a fucking basketball player anymore.
Throwing on first down. Ray. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be a little shy of the 20.
And he was good, but if you compare, like, honestly, if you put him in, if you put him in a couple other, like, what's that?
Looking to throw. Ray, flush to his right. And it's a fumble. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control.
Yeah, like, people talk about Michael Jordan's rings because there's nothing else that you can talk about. Like, when you compare them other people to him and say, oh, what can't they do? Because they know Jordan happened to get lucky enough to never really lose in a championship. That's like comparing Brady and motherfucking Joe Montana. Joe Montana never lost, but Joe Montana's not Brady. Michael Jordan's not LeBron. That's all I gotta say. Like,
set to take over. And last time the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score.
It took 6 years and a super team.
That's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
And here's another.
No, they were still. It's just the league. It's just the rules. The rules changed the year that they won the championship because they took the hand check rule off. When they took the hand check rule, like, Dennis was still there when they were still doing. He didn't go to. He ain't go to the Spurs. He ain't go to the Spurs until like 92, 93.
Back to throw. Ray escaping the pressure right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Because of where people was positioned at before. Stuff changed when you're allowed to play zone defense and shit. People don't realize like how many rebounds that takes away from certain players now because they're in zone, and now players are getting rebounds just because they're just sitting in the fucking paint and they don't have to ever leave the paint. Where you had 2 guards and stuff, they used to have to get back down. That's why Jordan was so good, because people would still have to play their 2 guard against Jordan, even though he couldn't jump no more. And he would just fade him away and fade him away and fade him away. And then in 2003, zone defense came back in, and now teams like Detroit are allowed to have 3 7-footers on the court at one time, and they can just play a 3-2 or a 2-3 and still shoot enough to keep themselves in the game and beat people. When you had to have if Steve Kerr was on the court playing against a point guard and it was Anthony Hardaway, Steve Kerr had to guard Anthony Hardaway, and Anthony Hardaway would kill a Steve Kerr. So Steve Kerr would then be a liability and then be on the bench. But now they can have them good players and just play zone.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
That ain't bad.
Blue 90.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
In real life? Okay, dope.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's taken to the
Face
ground, but
mask.
he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first
Personal
down.
foul, face mask, defense.
Yeah, it's a 3-point
Here
error.
in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these
Automatic
types of
first down.
situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On first down, Ray dancing to his left. And play is stopped here. Timeout.
It's because of zone defense. You're allowed to have 3 offensive players that might have some like inefficiencies on defense, and you can make up for that with double teaming and helping out. That's why college basketball is what it is. That's why you got 1 player dominating college, because a lot of them are playing zone, because a lot of them got stuff about their game that ain't fixed yet. So they play zone defense to help them out. But they be like, well, I know this player can fucking score. He may not be able to play DD, but he's going to be able to fucking score, so we can run a 3-2, a 2-1-2, whatever we got to do to help his ass out until he develops. That's why Duke players usually are not good in the NBA, because Duke has always run zone and always run a zone offense too, of that like little weird little setup, and then they get to the NBA and couldn't play man defense. And they got to the league and be sitting on the bench because they're like, man, I ain't never played no defense. All I had to do is have a 7-footer sit on the inside, a 6'9" dude play the wing, another 6'9" dude play the wing, and they had us play the top. So if somebody shook us, they just ran down the lane to the 6'9" dude, to the 7-footer. Whereas in the NBA, if you got shook, you had to follow your dude down to the lane, because they used to call illegal defense. Yeah, y'all don't remember that? They used to call illegal defense if you weren't guarding your dude. If you was double teaming somebody that didn't have the ball, they called it illegal defense. Now you can double team somebody that doesn't have the ball because zone's in effect. Like, imagine knowing how people crowd around Harden and stuff like that. People wouldn't have been allowed to do that before, because they would have had to been guarding their men.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah, it changed the game, and that was all to stop Shaq.
And here now the offense heading back.
Yeah, he played in a hard league where he's getting beat up. He's getting and he really had to play defense against the best player that was guarding him. It wouldn't know, well, LeBron gonna be guarding somebody else.
Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here. We'll do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to get a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A gain of 6 there on first. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Watson now to throw on second down. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. To give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. Now a first down throw, Watson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down.
LeBron don't got 6-7 seasons though. Not quality seasons.
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here.
Oh yeah, he'll be in the league. Yeah, he's got like 3 more quality seasons. before they either say position change or teams start looking at him like he's Kobe because he's still going to like be expecting to get the ball at times when he really shouldn't be getting the ball at times.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8
because that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen because you're going to lose your speed. Everyone does, which means you can't get a step on some of them people that are smaller than you, and now you just have to be bigger than everybody.
And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And they'll spike it here at 27 seconds.
Nope. People don't like LeBron because he's friendly, but it's a lie.
Now Watson looking to throw on 2nd down. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive.
Come on, hurry up.
Back to a
Trying to get another
2-score
score.
game. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create
Don't
space,
fucking fall,
and
just
there
pick the
isn't
shit
a
up.
whole lot of it there for the defense. What you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
Like being honest, when like he does pat sacks, like he'll come out, get all of his assists right from the gate, and then for the rest of the game he will not pass to nobody, all that type of shit. But at the same time, he's a fucking 2 guard that they turned into a point guard. I can't be mad at him. Like, yeah, like imagine playing your whole life as a 2 guard. When you're a little kid, when you're in high school, when you're in college, you've been a 2 guard that's been nothing but score. And then you get to the NBA and they like, well, you know, you got to start passing the ball. He's going to come out because he's been coached that all week long. All game long. Yo, you better pass it when you come out. But when it really get into it, his real him is going to come out and he's going to go the fuck off. Like, and that's just like natural. Like if you tell Michael Vick all week long, come on, man, you can't be running in this shit. You can't be running in this shit. He's going to come out and try and pocket pass you. But then there's going to be that one time that he leaves the pocket and be like, yo, I just smoked him. And then for the rest of the game, he's going. He's going to be like, yo, ain't nobody stopping me. Watch what the fuck I do. And then you can be like, man, he only had 1 or 2 long passes. And then he ain't throw for the rest of the game. Because naturally, like, you are what you are. You can be coached into something, but you ain't always going to follow it. Bill Romanowski's going to get kicked out of the game in the 4th if they're losing, regardless of how good he tries to be and how good they try and coach him. He's going to spit in your face, probably break your leg or some shit, and they're going to be winning. And you're going to be like, what the fuck did you do that for? You're like, nigga, this is who I really, really am. Like, I ain't no nice dude. I'm a motherfucking killer for real.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
This defense was definitely
They better get better. They got more film.
And they were more than ready for it.
Technology, evolution. Like, players are supposed to be better as the years go on. Otherwise, why would they regress? If you're learning from Jordan. Like, why would I be, like, I may not be as talented as Jordan when I'm learning. But once you give Jordan skill, like, not Jordan's skill, but once someone's learning what Jordan learns and they're also talented, imagine how good they're going to be. Like Kobe. Where
had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock,
Correct.
had to throw
That's
it.
like,
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And going deep for Hill.
damn.
This is
I try that shit
gonna be
again.
intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And that will right
I tried it. I thought he was gonna let him get that bitch up. He can't throw like fucking Mahomes can throw. I tell you that.
we get to call together so special every year.
Hell yeah. Like I stepped up into the pocket on that one and threw that bitch as far as he would throw it. And it still got underthrown. Tyreek's too fast for his arm. Because Tyreek got to slow down for his catches. So like Mahomes and Tyreek got like a thing where they got to be on the field at the same time. I don't think Lamar Jackson can throw to Tyreek. Because I tried it once I was up by 21 and a half. Yeah, I tried it the whole second half of trying to do shit, and I couldn't really do shit. I was just making sure I wouldn't get sacked, so I still get progression and
For
shit.
the home team here, it's a great win here on a Monday night.
Because when I look at their stats, let me see
1-0.
how they compare.
Next week for a date with the Oakland
0 for 2 Jackson, and Jackson had maybe, oh, he only had one
They
pick.
obviously fall to 0-1 with the
I only threw the ball 2
defeat.
times with him?
They'll
Oh,
be
shit.
at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.
Oh yeah, you can tell I was talking, because Patrick Mahomes just ran 7 times. I don't never run the ball 7 times with fucking Patrick Mahomes.
This is the NFL on EA Sports.
You gotta double tap X every single time. Mine does it too. And I don't know why it does it. It's a glitch in this game where they'll like make it like a read option. And I'm like, why the fuck is my quarterback running the ball getting fucked up on a regular fucking run play? Look at that safety. 8 tackles. That's how it's supposed to be. 2 years in the league. 8 tackles. There you go. Danny Land. Ain't get no sacks, Danny. What the fuck you doing, dude? Oh, I forgot my broadcast is on my Facebook. That's why I'm seeing other people jump in. What up, y'all? Cause I'm like, yo, I know I just had 2 viewers and it said like 13 viewers and went back down to 3, then went back down to 2. Like, where the fuck did any of them come from? But I forgot it's on my Facebook.